My Lupus Living Room is a place to listen to the stories of ordinary, everyday people who are not afraid to share the struggles and successes of living with a chronic illness called lupus. These brave Lupians put it all out there to bring us all in. We celebrate people living with lupus. My name is Suzanne. I am a mom, a wife, a business owner, and the CEO of the Lupus Foundation of America's Greater Ohio chapter, and a whole lot more. But most of all, I have lupus. My purpose and my passion are to help other people with lupus. For me, lupus was a lonely, miserable, misunderstood disease, and I'm here to tell you that today it doesn't have to be. I want to talk more about the things we do not normally talk about. Since lupus impacts mostly women, my Lupus Living Room will have a focus on what it's like to be a woman living with this mysterious, unpredictable disease that has no cause or cure. I know that many would love to connect with others that have lupus. These women are fearless and have extraordinary stories of survival. I'm excited to welcome my not-so-famous guests, and with their inspiring stories that offer hope and inspiration to fellow Lupians. I believe this project will not only create awareness about lupus, but offer encouragement to those listening. Remember, there is no I in the word lupus, but there is the word us. The Lupus Foundation of America, Greater Ohio chapter is here for you. For your chance to share your story and visit with me, you can reach out to me at Suzanne at Lupus Greater Ohio or call 1-888-NO-LUPUS. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to my Lupus Living Room here at the Lupus Foundation of America. This is Suzanne Tierney, CEO and President of the Greater Ohio chapter, also your fellow Lupian. It's really hard to believe that we are at the end of the year, and we're going to start a new one, and all the holidays are upon us, and there's so much going on. And as a patient, I'm wondering about all of you, all right? I know firsthand what it's like to have the challenges that we have and the desire to do all the things we want to do. And the reality is it's really not in our best interest to be super dynamic, charge ahead people that we can do everything, and then we suffer. So I'm just want to give you some reminders and some tips on getting through the holidays because they can be crazy. I come from a very large Italian family, so I don't know how I can get any crazier than that. But for the most part, I know even in my own family, I try to strive to do the most, and I pay for it in the end. And then we have to have more medication, and then we have to pull back on other things. So keep that in mind. When you're planning an event, you don't have to do everything for everybody. You can have someone help you with your house, straightening up. You can have a cleanup crew, especially the cleanup crew, because by the end of the day, you are fried. So you want to make sure that if you're having the family events at your house, that someone is assigned to stay with you to help clean up. Also, in cooking, that's another thing. Cooking and trying to do it all yourself, don't try to do that. We're all grown-ups now, and everybody can bring a little bit of something, and it all adds up. And you don't have to have the biggest buffet on the block. All right, people can get by with less because, after all, it's just about getting together, remembering those who have gone before, celebrating those who are with us, and get together and create new memories, good ones. Through the holidays, I also want you to be cognizant of the fact that even though we're all trying to be also merry and happy, that there's many of our fellow Lupians who are not happy, all right? And they're alone. And I want you to remember that neighbor next door that maybe their spouse died, or maybe you take them some cookies or throw a bottle of beer in the yard, I don't know, but something festive. But let's not remember those who don't have as much as we do. Many of us are much more blessed than others. I want you to be mindful of the people that are grieving. Last year, during the COVID pandemic, myself, and my family lost over 34 family members and friends. So there's a lot of empty seats this year. So even though it's a joyful time of the year, the grief is hovering over us, and I want you to be cognitive of those people and remember them. Don't act like they don't exist. Or talk about the family members and the memories that you can share with them. Um, and if you're alone, I can't even imagine. I know my early journeys with lupus, how lonely I felt. But if you're alone, I wish you'd let us know. We can have get a buddy for you to do a little gentle poking, to give you some positive affirmations. But most of all, I want you to know we care. Even if you're by yourself, know that you may physically be there, but other people are thinking of you and praying for you and have a lot of well wishes for you for the coming new year, not only in health, but in all your whole journey for the whole year. Some of you lean on your spirituality during the holiday seasons, and that's great. Wherever you get your strength from, that's what you need to lean to. If you can't get out and go to church, I mean, there are so many church festivities or Christmas shows on TV right now. You can be safe and comfortable, and you have to worry about going out there and worrying about COVID. And that is another thing. As we gather during the holidays for the first time in a long time, be cognitive of who you're sitting next to or the large group you're in. Wash your hands. Maybe you need to wear a mask. And for those of you that have COVID or just coming off of it, stay home. Okay, we know you want to be a part of the festivities, but we know you don't want to be part of the tragedies. So better that one person stay home than everybody else gets sick. So let's be smart about what we do. And as we're out shopping, I'm going to tell you, get that grocery cart, and first thing you're going to do is wipe that handle off. Back when you get back in your car, you carry, there's plenty of handy wipes out there now and gels. You should be carrying it with you. This thing isn't over yet. And now we have the flu to contend with. So, we are not perfect people. We have some bruises living with lupus. So let's be cognitive of what we can do. And simple things we do can make a big difference. Some of you need to find an inner strength. We've talked about this in support groups. And how do you get through when you keep on doing it, or there's no one to help you? Now's the time to pull up those bootstraps and find the strength that you need, but please pace yourself. You don't have to do everything for everybody, and you don't have to don't try to do something you can't do. So let's talk about the Lupus Foundation for a minute. We're real excited. It's our 45th birthday. I've been here for 35 of those years. I know I don't look it, but I remember when I was 9, actually when I was 27, and they said I was going to die, and they gave me 2 years, and here I'm 71. So medicine has come a long way, and what we do here is we give you hope. And a lot of great things have happened in the past 3 years, even though we came through the pandemic crisis. Here at the Lupus Foundation, there were 3 drugs, first time ever approved for lupus during COVID. To get those through were monumental tasks, and without the help of our constituents and our advocacy roles that you all play, it wouldn't have happened. So those are our Christmas miracles. 3 new drugs, and for those who have lupus nephritis, wow, I never thought I'd live the day to see that there'd be so many drugs to treat it. My uncle passed away from lupus nephritis, and I had a cousin, young cousin who passed away, hit her heart. But we've come so far today, and we're going to give you hope. I thought maybe by now, that over the 35 years, we'd have a cure. We're still working on that. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done. But the fact that we have new medications and we're learning so much more, research is going on like crazy. It's really excited to be a part of this. And know that in the coming year, we're going to be knocking on your door. If you're connected here in the Ohio chapter, we're going to do some advocacy initiatives. We have to go back to the Capitol. We're going to go to the State House. We're going to be looking for advocates who want to share their story. Some of you have some very compelling stories, and it does help move the needle when it comes to our legislators. So many of you know we're working off of a line item in the state budget for lupus, and we have to go back to try to get it again, and we can't do it without you. So look forward in the next month of receiving an email asking you if you'll chime in to help. And again, we'd love to have your story. I'd love to have you here in my Lupus living room because that's what it's all about. My not so famous people sharing and talking real stuff about lupus. So, also, our Lupus magazine, and yay, the season of giving is fresh off the presses, and many of you may have gotten a digital copy. And if you didn't, just email us here at the office and we'll make sure you get one. I'm real excited about this. This was a partially new team that helped to put this together, and they worked really hard and got it done really quick, and it's a real pleasure to work with a team that can create a wonderful piece of material like this. Stories in there, good research information. If you want a print copy, we have a print copy as well. I want to share some tidbits about lupus. They're not mine. I stole them off the internet. And by the way, the internet, when you're looking up lupus, please do not venture on sites that you know nothing about. The Lupus Foundation of America is the leading resource for the latest, most accurate information that's about lupus. Don't go digging in Google's backyard because a lot of that stuff needs interpretation or it's not validated. So stay in the right lane. It's very important. And that's what we do, provide you the latest, most accurate information. I love this one. Christmas gives us the opportunity to pause and reflect on the important things around us. Do we really do that? How many of us take the time? We're so busy with the hustle and bustle that we forget that part. I love this one. This is probably me. I love this one. You can tell a lot about a person by the way they handle three things: a rainy day, lost luggage, and tangled Christmas tree lights. You should be at my house for that one. Three phases that sum up Christmas are peace on earth, goodwill to men, and batteries are not included. You got to have a kid to understand that one. Christmas is a magical time of year. I just watched all my money magically disappear. That one's for sure. And let's talk about money for a minute because that's a real issue for all of us. If you've been to the store, the grocery store, or gas, or the drugstore, everything is just going ching, 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 ching. And it's going up. And I can't even imagine if I had little kids what my wallet might look like right now. So be cognitive of pricing things out. You can get better deals if you shop them out. And note too, here, even at the chapter, giving is down. Giving is down, way down, personal giving this year. Not just us, a lot of charities. So before the end of the year comes, we do have a campaign going out, and you might have seen it on our Facebook page, and you're getting emails about it. But in celebration of our 45th birthday, we're asking for $45. If you can give it, wow, that would be great. Because at the end of the year, those givings gives us the unrestricted funds to do all the other things that we need to do around here. And your dollar does make a difference. And I promise you, your dollar, I'll turn into $2. Okay, we're a very frugal chapter here, and we really stretch those dollars. And we do a lot with them. This year, many of you know that we were finally able to address some barriers to care within our lupus community. Some people were able to get aid by getting rides to the doctor's office or some mental health or prescriptions or some co-pays. Our lupus navigators are busy out there, and they're going to be calling you again. All right, so know that patient navigators call you to check on you, answer your phone. They want to see how you're doing. It's someone that you can converse with. I want you to remember you. I want you to remember your spouses and your caregivers. Let's not just dump everything on them. And, you know, our honey-do list can be shortened up. Try to share the work because there's a lot of work going on. A lot of work, a lot of money. And we're supposed to have fun with all of this. And the fun is getting together, being with people. I want to talk about people for a minute, all right? God, what a miserable world we're starting to create. I mean, I stood in a line at the grocery store, and everyone was so irritable. I think they were going to explode. Then I went to a local store trying to do a little bit of Christmas shopping, and I'm not kidding you, the line was all the way out the door. And you can see that they had 10 checkout areas, but only 3 clerks. All right. And even my family owns a little Italian restaurant. We have half the staff we used to have. And I'm putting a sign on the door saying, please be kind to my staff. We need to be kinder to the people that serve us. There is a workload shortage. I don't see it coming back anytime soon. Those jobs, either people went on and got new jobs, a lot of people retired. Everybody has a manpower shortage. Your smile and your kindness will go a long way when you see those people, all right? Do not take for granted that the person taking care of you, that they got a piece of cake walk, all right? You don't know what problems they carry, and they're out front and center. Say thank you. It's still in the dictionary. I'm sure of it, okay? Greet them. Hi. All right? Those are just very simple things. And you know what? You give a smile away, you'll get one back. And if you don't, there's a real problem, because that's what it's starting to look like out there. Only us can fix that. So in the world of lupus, moving forward this year, we're planning a very robust year. Finally, I have a full staff. All right, through the COVID, we had a swinging door going on here for multiple reasons. We have McKenna, who's our graphic ace. We just love McKenna. You're going to see her artwork. You go on Facebook and you see any of our print coming out. She's a young designer, patient herself, not with lupus, but she understands living with a chronic disease. We have an adorable gentleman who came to work with us. He is going to be our digital asset manager. And what is that? That's a little bit of everything, because everything we do here is pretty much digital. And that's Alex. I want you to come in and meet him. Or if you have any suggestions, he's very open-minded and quite friendly. And he's going to take care of our website, our new app if we ever get it done. Anything digital is going to be Alex. And then we have Tina, who's going to be our communications director. And hopefully we're going to get all of our data cleaned up, because that is a constant breathing project. And then the rest of the team is here as well. Just want to end this by saying there are many holidays during the month of December. And we want to pay respect to all of you who celebrate Hanukkah, to all of you that celebrate Kwanzaa, to all of you that celebrate Christmas, and to those of you who don't celebrate anything. We love you anyway, and we hope you have a fun December. And most of all, we hope you have a better new year. And we're hoping to present many of our programs to bring them back in person. We're hoping to hear from you. And there is no I in the word lupus, there is us. And this chapter was built on that. And many of our staff members have lupus, so we're very empathetic to what you go through. And again, I want you to remember about your caregivers or your spouses. Remember, they struggle with you being sick. And during the holiday season, how can we take some of that off their shoulders? We got to be stronger and braver and carry our lupus journey better. I've seen a lot of us that really need to come to support groups or new patient education classes. We can help and take some of that stress off of your spouse. But I would like to invite each and every one of you to my Lupus Living Room, or to partake in our Lupus magazine. I'd like to hear your stories, and I'm looking forward to a very robust year and wishing you all better health. And as always, if you need information about treating your lupus, please contact your doctor, because he is the best person to make decisions and help guide you through your journey. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy New Year. How's that? Remember, there is no I in lupus, but there is an us. Until next time, this has been my Lupus Living Room with the Lupus Foundation of America's Greater Ohio Chapter. For more information and resources to help you in your lupus journey, please visit lupusgreaterohio.org or call 1-888-NO-LUPUS. The funding for my Lupus Living Room is an earmark from the state of Ohio and managed by the Ohio Department of Health. Your physician is the best person to help you in the treatment of lupus. The information you learned here today can be discussed with your doctor, as your physician knows your medical history best. Please do not make any medical changes without consulting your physician first. As with any treatment, stay educated and get information from trusted sources.